Today, I have a new segment. Also, we'll talk about yourself, self-reflection, friendship, women, men, and I'm going to have to talk about Trump a little bit and politics a little bit today. Of course, I'm going to end this thing with the dirty dad joke of the week. I'd like to welcome all the old delinquents as well as all the new. I'm Sarge, and this is the gray area.
Humans are such easy prey.
This isn't funny anymore!
Welcome back to The Gray Area, a podcast that is completely unfiltered, where you are allowed to have your own opinion, and I am allowed to have my own opinion. But race, religion, gender, and sexual preference should not be that reason. Let me be the first to say happy belated Mother's Day to all the mama bears out there, mothers that are actually mothers and fathers. Mother's Day is a hard day for self-reflection and being like, what should I get my mom? What can I do for my mom? I got to remember my mom. Maybe my mom's dead. Or it could be as complicated as, Kim Kardashian trying to figure out what to get her father-in-law for Mother's Day. It could be complicated. Mother's Day is complicated because you got to ask her what she wants, and she's going to be like, I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I just want you. I'm just happy to have you, my children. I love you so much. Are husbands supposed to do stuff on Mother's Day for their wives? Because that's weird to me. I don't celebrate Mother's Day. My wife is not my mother. Therefore, if so facto, I don't deal with that. I shouldn't do anything for her for Mother's Day because she's not my mom. And I don't talk to my mom. Right? That's right? Otherwise, other people will be like, it's possible that you could do stuff because without you, she wouldn't be a mother. So, Mother's Day does apply to you because she's a mother because you dropped that seed all up in her uterus, or you adopted, 5 kids or whatever. This does not apply to fur babies, okay? People out there that have dogs or cats or iguanas or lizard. I love my chinchilla so much. I can't. Oh, it's my first Mother's Day as a fur baby mama. You need to stop. Stop that shit. Okay? Because it's embarrassing. I'd like to talk about a new segment that I'm trying to bring to the gray area. It's called WITAF. WITAF. It's an acronym for What in the Actual Fuck. So, What in the Actual Fuck is the new segment. And I'd like to open it up with the shrooms. I'd like to open it up with shrooms. Apparently, Colorado has made a vote, especially Denver, to deprioritize an hallucinogen. Shrooms. Magic fucking mushrooms. There was a vote. And Denver is the first city to deprioritize a hallucinogen. It was called Measure 301. And in a vote, 50.56% was in favor to 49.44 opposed to decriminalize magic mushrooms. What in the actual fuck is going on? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Be like, oh, we're going to set a standard. We're going to, legitimize or deprioritize fucking, law enforcement. They don't have to worry about weed anymore, and we're going to make weed legal, and yay, and we're going to set a standard for the rest of the country, and everyone's like, good job, Colorado, good job. Now Denver's like, hey, wait, let's, mushrooms, man, let's try mushrooms. Let's try to see if we could decriminalize mushrooms so it's not like a priority for cops, man. You know what I'm saying? It won't be, you could be on it and it could be like legal almost, like to the point where this is the first step to, buying them at gas stations or, can we do that? Can we do that? Listen, okay, this is fucking crazy to me. What in the actual fuck? Mushrooms? I understand weed, okay? You smoke a blunt, you fucking hit it, whatever the fuck you do, however you do it, and you sit there and eat fucking Funyuns for about 4 hours, and you laugh at stupid shit. I laughed at fucking the fact that Chewbacca was from Endor, the planet Endor, for like 18 fucking minutes straight. Chewbacca from the planet Endor. Endor. And by the way, it turns out that Chewbacca is not from Endor. He's actually from Kashyyyk. Rest in peace, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, the original. He just died this past week. And Star Wars people are dropping like flies. And it's just fucking sad. And I don't know how to take it. But that's just how it is. And life goes on. But back to the fucking mushrooms. All right. So supporters gathered 9,000 signatures. Okay. 9,000 signatures for this, Measure 301 to deprioritize a hallucinogen, the hallucinogen being magic mushrooms. A spokesperson said this, and I quote, "Let it be a signal to the rest of the country that at least here in Denver, we are ready to remove these substances off the controlled substances list." Okay, are you fucking crazy? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're gonna get pulled over by cops all over the time, be like, oh, he's on mushrooms, don't worry about it. You're literally going to believe that you're in fucking Narnia fighting fucking dragons while Daenerys Targaryen is, in your face and Winnie the Pooh is giving you a blowjob, okay? While you're driving a fucking car. Do you know why I pulled you over? Because, man, the fucking dragons, the bats, man, they're everywhere. They're all over the place. And I was trying to go in and out through the tunnels of love and life. And the red light signaled that it was time to stop. But did it? Or did it mean go? Does stop mean go? You got to take signs in life. And you just, yeah, step out of the car, sir. So, yeah, don't worry about it if you guys are on mushrooms and hallucinogizing. What the fuck? New word, hallucinogizing. So if you guys are hallucinating and the walls are melting around you and you're walking into traffic completely fucking naked to pet the panda bears that are actually fucking full-blown semi-trucks, then let's make that normal. So the fucking stupid people could commit suicide by accident because they're on fucking hallucinogens. You deprioritize and decriminalize magic mushrooms, and it's not a priority for cops. Therefore, when they do get caught with mushrooms or when they are hallucinating in public, it's not that big of a deal. It's bottom of their list. Hallucinogens are a controlled substance, okay? It means they give them out as needed for whatever the fuck. I am not a goddamn doctor. But it's not going to be a controlled substance anymore, which means it's just going to be out in the open, which means it's going to be legal, just like marijuana. So this is stupid as shit. Be like, maybe, to save the population, because people aren't breeding as much as they used to in the United States, and apparently you could just kill babies up until, they're born now. So maybe to save the population, we should try not to give them drugs that make them see shit and want to rip their faces off their skulls. But what in the actual fuck? What in the actual fuck? So that is my first segment of what in the actual fuck. And before I get into yourself and self-reflection and shit like that, let me make a little fucking note to the people, because I love you and you love me. So let me tell you, ready delinquents? Listen, we're on Google Play now. Yep, Google Play, and I just got 500 business cards for the Gray Area podcast. So I don't know where I'm going to put them. So if you have any ideas on where to put these fucking, fucking business cards, I don't know if I'm going to do it in bar bathrooms or put them up in cool tattoo parlor stands, or maybe some people that I know could give them out to their friends. I don't want them going out there if here's a card, you want this card, blah, blah, blah. I don't even listen to podcasts, and then it's just a waste of a card. And I'm Jewish, and I just spent money on 500 business cards, and I don't want to find one on the sidewalk one day because I'll cry, because that's just wasted money. And nobody cares about my trials and tribulations and how hard it is to get to this point. And I'm trying so hard, and all I have is you, the people. So, yep, Google Play. And I got business cards, and I'll figure out how to fucking, spread those out. I'm not going to, rent a plane and just drop them out of an airplane. Because, a business card falling from, 250 feet would probably hurt if it hits the corner just the right way. Be like, oh my God, what happened? I got this horrible gash from my forehead to the bottom of my chin. This business card just sliced right through me. It was so bad. Do you know, I don't know how we're going to find who did it. Well, look at the business card. It's right here. I'll be contacted by, the police. Be like, yeah, did you drop, business cards out of an airplane to society? Yes, maybe. It wouldn't look good for me. It wouldn't look good at all. Be like, yeah, we're going to get you for attempted murder. And we're also going to get you for littering. So you're going to jail. Yeah, so I'm just going to hand them out by hand or put them in a little card holder so people could grab them as they see fit. I'll also give them to certain delinquents that I know will spread the love like an STD across society. We're not an STD, okay? I would like to spread the love, but not one that needs antibiotics after you're done with it. So, moving forward, yourself and self-reflection. Great segue, by the way, Sarge. Yeah, you're talking about, spreading the gray area and comparing it to STDs, and now you're talking about yourself and self-reflection. Great fucking segue. Oh my God, I need to fucking go to school or something. But I'm unfiltered. Like I said before, this is unfiltered. So I'm allowed to make mistakes because I'm human, okay? And you guys are human. And that's important to know about yourself and about self-reflection. People lose themselves with friendships and life. And it's okay. You just forgot who you are. So welcome back. Back on track. No more being stubborn. No more being secluded. No more being over-charismatic, over-confident, over-selfless, over-selfish. Like people that be like, hey, would you like some water? No. Why wouldn't you want some water? I don't drink water. You don't drink water. No, I don't drink water. It's mostly, that's what your body is mostly composed. It doesn't matter. I don't drink water, okay? Why don't you drink water? Because he has no valid reason, so he just makes random shit up. I don't drink water because, fish fucking it. Oh. Valid reason for not drinking water, sir. And then he comes to his senses and realizes that, you know what? Water's kind of important. If I want to exercise, I'm probably not going to wash down my palate after doing, 3 miles on a treadmill or walking once around, a field house track. I'm probably going to, wash it down with water instead of a diet cherry Coke. Let me get a number 1 through 5 and a Diet Coke. That'd be great. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm watching my figure. Come back to center, people. Come meet me. Self-reflect. Look at yourself, whether internally, through your third eye, or in a mirror, and realize that we need to get back on track. Because people depend on us, especially the people that depend on you that cannot fend for themselves, like your little fur babies, or your children, or yourself, in general, like you live by yourself and your mail is overflowing. So you need to walk to the end of the driveway and you need to grab your mail because there's bills in there, but life doesn't stop just because you're a lazy piece of shit. All right. Went off on a tangent there. So I'm back. Ask yourself, who are you? I ask myself that question, and the answer is I am a demon to some, and I am an angel to others. And sometimes it switches, and sometimes I'm an angel, or sometimes I'm the fucking, a little bit of both. And that's okay. There's going to be a lot of people out there that can totally relate with what I'm about to say, because this is what's going on with me personally right now in life at this fucking moment. I lost myself trying to please everyone. Now I'm losing everyone as I find myself, which is pretty much why, I don't talk to my family too much anymore. My sister, my brother, their kids, my parents. I didn't even wish my mom a happy Mother's Day yesterday because I was always constantly, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to jump through hoops. I'm going to, play the middleman here. I'm going to play the middleman over there. And then I was just like, hey, time out, mom, dad, sister, brother, time out for a second. Fuck you. And now I'm the black sheep, so I'm the bad guy. So that's cool. But yeah, I lost myself trying to please everybody. And I've done this, with, my life, my marriage, my kids, my job, my friends, my family. And now I'm kind of like, now that I'm being selfish towards myself, finally, I'm starting to lose people. So, there's people that are going to stick around and they're going to be like, you know what? I understand that, you've sacrificed so much and you've contributed so much to the lives of others. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to do your own thing. It's okay to, find your own path and stop living other people's fucking paths. I get that. So hopefully, that might reflect to you. That might, you might understand what I am talking about. Or you might be like, you know what? You need to make those sacrifices. You got to keep sacrifices like that going because life isn't about you. Life is about what it is that you do for other people. And then it's a balance of both, in my opinion. And me personally, I'm sure some of you can relate. I am in some sort of like a transitional phase where I don't care what other people think of me. I enjoy my life with my own rules. I'm making my own rules. I'm living it my own way. And if you're a fucking adult and I'm not living my life the way you want me to live it, then you could go fuck yourself because you don't control me. All right? So that's it. So stick around and see where my path is headed. And maybe you could join me on my journey, or you could be a stubborn piece of shit and be selfish because you want me in your life on your own terms. And I'm just going to be like, you know what? No, I don't want to do that shit. So that's how it is. So like I said, I'm going to lose people, but the ones that stick around are the ones that were meant to be there the whole fucking time. And that goes for everybody. Now, living life by your own terms and your own rules and norms, people are going to be filtering in and out of your life. So before you argue with someone, ask yourself, is that person even mentally mature enough to grasp the concept of different perspectives? Because if not, there's absolutely no point in having the fucking conversation with that person in the first place. It's just a waste of time. You're going to get aggravated. They're going to get aggravated. It's a lose-lose. Don't even waste your time. You got to get your house in order. And your house being yourself, but also like the physicalities of your actual fucking house. Like right now, my house looks like I'm losing a game of Jumanji because I have teens and they're selfish and they're stubborn and they want to do the absolute minimum of their chore to pass. As parents, I'm going off on a tangent here, but you tell them to do their chore. If you don't check it after they're done, they're going to know that. There's going to be a pattern there. And then your house is going to look like you're losing a game of Jumanji because it's a fucking death trap. Like I have a couple of kids that live in the basement and it is a shithole down there because I never go down there. Ever. Meanwhile, my wife has to go down there every day, like to do like switch out laundry, and my kids like switch out laundry. And she literally has to walk through a bedroom or two to get to the washer and dryer. And she's come to the point where she's just like, fuck it. I don't even, just, you know what? Fuck it. This is a disaster. I've told you 1,000 fucking times. You're a dirtbag. And I'm not going to argue anymore because I got to keep my own peace going on. I got to keep my own peace. Then, randomly, I'll go downstairs and I'll be like, what the fuck is this? It's such a mess. It's like such a fucking mess. And I guess there's, different power roles going on. Because when I get pissed off, shit gets done. Because there's like a fear thing. But when mom gets pissed off, it's like not as bad. Which is fucking stupid. So, mothers, it's okay to hit your kids. Like, just slap them across the face. They need the fear factor. Like, my kids fear me because, I don't know, of my past or the way, how intimidating I am or my military background or whatever. Or just the way I fucking come off. Moms aren't as intimidating. So if you change your role a little bit as a parent and you come off as a little bit more intimidating, I'm not saying whoop their ass or fucking go like grab a switch or, like fucking hit them with a hammer. I'm just saying be more in their face, and then hopefully the next time you tell them to do their fucking chore, they'll do it, or they'll get to the point where they'll make life changes for themselves and they'll realize, you know what, I don't even want to argue with my mom or dad. I'm just going to fucking clean my room by myself. Yeah, we're not there yet in this house. Like I said, Jumanji, but that is the ideal. That is the end goal here. We've all done it. Like, we've all gone growing up to like grocery stores or whatever, and we don't want to push our cart back to the fucking, the cart rack or whatever. I might be an asshole, but at least I push my cart back to the cart return when I'm done, you lazy fucking pieces of shit. Okay? So instead of getting yelled at by complete fucking random strangers, just do the job and fucking avoid the conflict. So if my kids do the job, they'll avoid the conflict. But if you don't check on these chores or whatever they're supposed to be doing, then they're going to get complacent and not do it at all. Or they're going to do the bare fucking minimum. Or you'll be like, go do this. And they're going to be like, okay. And then they're going to pretend to do it. And they're going to be gone for 5 minutes and be like, oh, did you do it? And they'll say yes. And you want to take their word for it. But liars. They're all liars. All teens are fucking liars. Every single one. I don't give a fuck if they have straight A's or they're failing, or she's 14 and pregnant. I don't care, okay? Because they lie. Because nobody wants to do fucking house chores. I went to school all day. I did schoolwork. I had homework. I had extracurriculars. I'm in the band. I had practice. I didn't get home till 7 o'clock. And now you want me to do my chores? Yeah. Yeah, because that's fucking life, all right? Life isn't a fucking 9-to-5 job. You have to come home and fucking take care of shit. Whether you have kids or not. There's responsibilities everywhere. Nobody works a fucking 8-hour day and goes home and doesn't have to work anymore. You actually get paid from the 9-to-5 for the 8-hour job, but then you have to go home and take care of your own home, your own house. So, there you go. The tangent is over, okay? The tangent is over. I'm back. The end-all, be-all of everything is I just want everyone that I am responsible for to grow up and be responsible. That's it. You don't have to fucking be a father the way I was a father. You don't have, do it, find your own fucking path, all right? But at the end of the thing, when I'm fucking laying there, dying in my deathbed, or I get hit by a fucking bus, or some random shit happens to me, I may die broke, okay? But hopefully, I would have had $1 million worth of fun while I was here. And that's the key. That's the key. But also while being as cleanly and clean as possible. And that goes for my children, because it is disgusting. Okay, moving forward. I'd like to focus on the men of society for a little bit. The dudes, the guys with the gonads, the dicks, the low hangers. You know what I'm talking about? Men? I mean, we have this sort of like self-reflection to where, we're alphas and we're betas and some of us are followers. And, there's alpha males out there that are traditionalists like myself. And then there's, alpha males that are like everybody, is equal and stuff like that. And I believe everybody is equal. But then you have men. And it doesn't matter what kind of men or man you are. You could be an alpha. You could be a beta. You could be a leader. You could be a follower. You could be a fat piece of shit. You could be like peak physical performance. You could be a beast mode guy and just, be a dominant force in society. Or you could be a fucking, piece of shit, a complete fucking pansy. A big loser, so to speak. But when we get sick, it's pathetic. Like, it's all of us are fucking pathetic. We're giant fucking babies. All of us. From A to Z. Any kind of man you are. We're all kind of like, oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm not going to make it. See, men don't have babies because I'm pretty sure God saw the way we handle colds. And he just knew the species would never survive if we had to force a watermelon out of her butthole or something. So, I mean, it makes sense. I consider myself like an alpha to some extent, but I'm not a fucking idiot. There are those guys out there to be like, that's not true. You ever get kicked in the balls? Huh? You ever get kicked in the balls, bro? That shit's 10 times worse than like pushing a fucking baby out your vag. Is it though? Is it? Those guys are stubborn as shit. And then there's the smarter, the elevated guy that thinks the same way, but just does it on a higher educational scale, like emotionally. And they're like, oh, I feel your pain, but I think me as a man, I could handle it. I could do it. I might be able to do it because, I am centered with myself. And then they strap the fake, the baby contraction machine to their stomach, and they fucking go, they can't even make it to 10, they make it to like 2, and they're fucking crying. We're like, take it off! Take it off, it's so bad! Ah! That shit. So, you got the guys that are like, no, that's not even fucking, like cavemen, just fucking, no, man, you ever get kicked in the balls, it's 10 times worse than having a baby. How the fuck would you know, okay? The reason you're getting kicked in the balls is because you're a complete fucking douchebag probably in the first place. And then there's the guys that are elevated in society, a little bit smarter, but they're still as stubborn as shit. Be like, nah, you know what? Strap that machine onto me. I bet you I could take it. I could do it. And then there's guys like me. Be like, no. I've been kicked in the balls. Am I going to compare that to something completely different? No. Am I going to strap a contraction machine onto my body so I can understand your pain? Absolutely fucking not. Because I don't want to feel that shit. Okay? One, I'd end up showing weakness, and I'm stubborn, and I don't want to. And two, I will never say anything that goes through a man is that a man could experience is, just as bad as having a fucking baby, okay? Even though you guys have epidurals and some people do it naturally and blah, 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 there's so many variables out there. And then you're going to have those guys that are like, World War II vets, that have an actual fucking, they've lived life, and they'll be like, you ever push a kidney stone out your urethra? You ever shoot a fucking bowling ball out your Peter? Yeah, compare that to fucking, yeah, I forgot what I was talking about, damn Alzheimer's. Yeah, I'm not going to fucking compare myself, okay? Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. That's courage. Stupidity is the exact same fucking thing. And that's why life is hard for men, okay? Let me read that back to you, okay? Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. And stupidity is the exact same fucking thing, and that's why life is hard. Especially for dudes. Don't be fucking idiots. Don't try to prove a fucking point. Be like, yo, I could take that. You know what? Take that hammer. No, fuck the hammer. You know what? Take the sledge. Take the sledge, and I want you to crochet. What's the word? Croquet? Is that the word where they do it in Alice in Wonderland with the flamingos? With the ball? Yeah, do that to my crotch, and I will see if that works. And I guarantee you I won't even make a face. And then, you burst a fucking testicle. He's in the hospital paying for whatever because he's a stubborn piece of shit. And that liquid courage will kill you guys, won't it? I can make that jump. You couldn't make that jump fucking sober. You're going to try to do shit. I could totally ride this shopping cart into the bushes, over the bushes, and land on my feet. Okay. Fine. Everybody knows it's not going to fucking happen, but we'll give you a push, and hopefully you learned a fucking lesson. Guys are stupid. End of story. You got to find that middle, guys. You got to find that sort of middle ground between courage and stupidity, even though it's a fine line. It's a gray area. It's really fucking close. But, if you show me a man who has no fucking enemies, I'll show you a man that's never stood for shit. Okay? I have enemies. Because I want to live my life the way I want to live it. And I'll gladly tell people if they're fucked up. Be like, they'll talk, and I'll listen. And I'll be like, it's fucking stupid as shit. Just like if I ever have an opinion that I say on the gray area and you guys fucking differ or feel differently, let me know. And I'm not going to fucking jump down your throat. We're going to go at each other. Maybe we'll become enemies. Maybe we'll differ here or there. Leftists and rights and, whatever fucking side of the aisle, environmentalists versus, global warming, deniers and shit like that. There's always going to be enemies, right? So if you're anyone, not even a man, really, it applies to guys, but, it applies to everybody, in my opinion. If you find somebody and they have zero fucking enemies, they never stood up for themselves or any other fucking topic that mattered to them. Because if you do that, when you do that, there's going to be people out there shaking their head like, nope, that's not right. You know what? You're wrong. You got to have enemies. Enemies are just people that envy you. Enemies are just, jealousy is envy. Okay? Jealousy is envy, right? But enemies don't envy you. Enemies are people that are so against what you personally believe, but there's different variables as to why. Okay? So you can believe whatever the fuck you want. And you should have enemies because of those beliefs. But there should be people out there that are open-minded. There's always going to be those one-sided people. So enemies exist. And if you don't have any, you probably don't stand up for yourself or anybody. And you're pretty much a pushover, which is why bullying exists. And I'm going off on a tangent. Okay. The worst pain a man could suffer is to have insight into a lot and power over nothing. You can know fucking everything. You can know everything about certain topics, certain variables, life, happiness, which way to go, fucking directions. You could have insight into philosophies and psychological fucking variances in society, and you could have insight into everything under the sun. But if you don't have any power, if you don't have any pull, nobody's going to fucking listen to you. And that sucks if you're a guy. Because you're smart, you know a lot, you're really into whatever, and you have so much insight, but you have power over nothing. No one trusts you. You're not confident. That's why you'll see a lot of people out there that are socially fucking awkward. I see this all the time. You're smart. You work for fucking NASA. You're a fucking rocket scientist. But you can't have a normal conversation at a bar because you're socially awkward. So no, you can't lead anybody. Even though you got the brains to lead, you don't have the confidence, the, selflessness, the charisma. And that's the worst thing that could happen to a guy. You can know everything in the fucking world, but if you don't have the pull and the know-with-all to fucking have a normal fucking conversation, that's when, the jocks and the bullies and the dumb motherfuckers that are cocky and arrogant and in it for themselves, the selfish people, that's where they get ahead in life over you. You know more, but they're more confident. And you got to find that fucking middle. All right, moving on. I want to talk about like friendships and relationships for a second. Mostly friendships, but I guess this could relate to like relationships as well. All right. You need to find your own happiness with your own life. Okay. Everybody needs to do that individually, as themselves, as a person. Don't try to find your own happiness somewhere else with somebody else, because if you can't find your own happiness, how are you going to find happiness somewhere else? If you piggyback off of somebody else's happiness, then you're being selfish. So if someone's happy in their own life, right, with their own ways and norms, and then you got another person that is happy with their own life and their own ways and norms, and they come together, they're sharing in each other's happiness. That's good. That is a good thing for relationships. Okay? But if you have one person that's happy and somebody that sees that you are happy and tries to piggyback off of that, that's them being selfish. You need to be able to find your own happiness before you piggyback off of somebody else's. You want to share your happiness together, not share one person's. And that is important when it comes to like relationships and friendships. And no, friendship is not about supporting your friends even when you know they're wrong. That's not friendship. That's being an enabler. That's being an accomplice. Friendship is loving someone enough to tell them to stop being a goddamn idiot before they ruin their fucking lives. That's what friendship is. Because we watch our friends make the same fucking mistake over and over and over, and we're there, and we're like, it's got to be okay. Everything's got to be fine. Maybe next time. Third time's a charm. That's fucking weak friendship pussy shit. Pansthetic, to say, one of my words. So instead of, sitting on the sidelines like, everything's going to be fine. Maybe you'll get them next time, tiger, blah, 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 friendship. You should be like, stop. Stop doing that shit. You're a fucking idiot. Yo, look at me. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Look. Stop it. Like you're talking to a fucking puppy. No. You do not do that. You fucking moron. That. Yeah, don't be like, oh, everything's going to be fine. Maybe next time, maybe they'll see the error of their ways and come back. No, you fucking stop it. Stop being stupid. Stop it. Relationships are fucking magical. They're fucking miracles that happen every day. So we can't let people down by going against what should or should not be said. Like, it happens like this. One day you meet someone and for no inexplicable fucking reason, or some inexplicable reason, you feel more connected to this stranger than anyone else. Closer than you fucking even feel to your closest family members. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps this person embodies an angel, one sent to you for a higher purpose, to guide you in the right direction, to teach you the important lesson, to keep you safe during this perilous time. What you must do is trust in these people, okay? Even if they come hand in hand with pain or suffering, the reason for their presence will become clear in due time. That's relationships. That's friendship. They are there for a reason. You are there for a reason. So do not be an enabler. Do not let them know that their mistakes are okay. Point that shit out and put them back on track. Like typical friendships or relationships or whatever. I want a person who talks shit to me but has my back. Like she'll tell me I'm being stupid, but if someone else tells me I'm being stupid and they're not my friend, she will fucking cut them. That's the kind of friendship that we're looking for. We as individuals are responsible for the people and relationships and friendships that are in our lives directly. The people that you meet are either reflections of a repeated cycle or they are guides to a new start. Like I said, they're there for a reason. Notice the fucking difference. If you have the same shitty fucking life repeatedly, you have those accomplices, those enablers, right? Or you have those new people that are coming to your life that are like, no. You gotta listen to those people, because that could be the start of a difference. That could break the cycle of your, relationships absolutely fucking sucking. Your friends. You gotta trust in them. You gotta be able to cycle out who's like there for you and who's like there to just like mess with your life. Or, I mean, they might have good intentions, but they might not know directly that they are complete fucking fuckbags that should not be in your life at all, right? So you're going to have people that enable you, and then you're going to have people that try to change your life for the better. There's going to be friends that make mistakes. They're there for, sincere reasons, but, they're allowed to make mistakes. Now, in order to tell if they're an enabler or an actual friend, or they don't know the fucking difference, an apology without change is just manipulation. I'm going to say that one more time. An apology without change is just manipulation. They're just trying to be there and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. It won't happen again." And then they don't change. Whether that's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or your best fucking friend, it doesn't make a difference. How many times have they apologized to you, but they make the same fucking mistake in the future, over and over and over again? Or they guide you down a wrong path. Be like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everyone's doing it. You'll be fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine." Yeah, people that say that shit to make you try to do something, those people are usually shitbags. Unless it's like, I don't know, trying to motivate you. Be like, "Oh, jump off this cliff with a bungee cord." Or, "You could do it. Everything's fine. Everything's going to be all right. You got it." You got to have to filter that shit out in your head. You'll know the difference. They're your friends, right? There's bound to be fucking arguments. There's bound to be arguments with relationships or fucking friendships. The minute you feel the need to fight for love, you've already fucking lost it. You've already lost it. If you have to fight for a fucking relationship, the relationship's already gone. It's not even there anymore. If you have to fight for love, you've already lost it. Walk away. It's fucking over. That's it. Don't waste your time. Because one of you is not on the same fucking page. It doesn't mean that the feelings aren't there. It doesn't mean that there's no emotion there. It doesn't mean that you're both fucking heartless or one of you is fucking heartless. It just means that you're not on the same page. It doesn't mean you're trying to hurt each other intentionally. Just move on. It's fucking over, as painful as that is. And finally, you're going to see those friends, those people in relationships that are complete fucking copycats of exactly what you enable, of what you are, of what you fucking reflect. And like I said before, jealousy is fucking envy. Copycats are usually like communicating, "I want to be like you, and I want to feel like you do, and I want to have what you have," but they're normally missing a fucking huge core of the sense of who they are. And to copy somebody makes them feel less empty and vacant emotionally. So you could filter that as you want. You could either be like, "Okay, I have little minions. I got people following me." Like you'll see it a lot in pop culture. They're not even fucking friends, but like fucking Kardashians, right? Everybody watches the Kardashians. Zero fucking intellectual value whatsoever. Or, the Bachelorette or the Bachelor or anybody in fucking pop culture like Taylor Swift or Katy Perry or fucking Bradley Cooper. Anybody who has any pull with an audience, people try to be like them. They want to dress like them. They want to act like them. They want their fucking, accents and, just their emotional value and their physical personification and just reflect all of that shit. It's not even them. It's not even them. So on a lesser scale, when you have somebody that's a complete normal fucking human being, and then you got another complete fucking normal human being that's no influence of pop culture whatsoever, but they're looking up to you like a role model. I mean, that's nice. That's a good thing. Like a kid looking up to an older sibling, or a kid looking up to your friend because you're their sister, but your best friend, you know, they don't want to be like their sister. That's stupid. But your friend is just like you are, so they're going to, you know, copy them. You know? Consider it like a, I don't know, not a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a compliment. You know, it's like flattery. They want to be like you because they're missing pieces of themselves, or they're trying to just like put themselves together, and they're thinking pieces that you have might help, you know, end up making their puzzle, you know, complete, especially when it comes to like younger generations looking up to older generations, like younger brothers, older brothers, friends, sisters, blah, blah, blah. But if you're of the same age, and you see these people copying you and you guys are on a friend level, it's either that you guys are doing it both at the same time and you're kind of dressing it. You see it a lot in the 80s with like the pants and the hair and the bangles and, you know, the jewelry, and it was just a fad, like a Madonna thing. But like I said, that's a pop culture thing. But if you do it as friends together, I guess it's not as bad. It's so fucking complicated. But when taking pop culture out of it, okay, taking, you know, famous people influence out of the whole thing. If you have a person that is copying another person, it is because they're missing something of themselves and they think that you might be able to fill that gap. So take it how you want, flattery or not. You know what? Who fucking cares? You know what? You could die at any moment, you know? You could just die right now listening to this podcast right now. You could die at any moment. So boys, girls, men, women, just you know what? Just fuck on the first date and just call it a day. You'll learn a lot about the person, that's for sure. But in the end of all things, I guess, the end all be all of relationships and friendships is that they can be your absolute ruin. They can fucking destroy you. Emotionally, psychologically, physically, whatever. They can be your end, but you would still want them anyway. Friendship, relationship, or otherwise. So if you feel that way about somebody, they're probably worth keeping. But those women, boy, man, they are trouble. You know what? They'll just bring up shit that, you know, doesn't even exist yet, really. Never piss off a woman, okay? They remember stuff that hasn't even happened yet. They'd be like, remember when you almost are going to do this? And you're just sitting there like perplexed, like what the fuck just happened? How am I the bad guy? They're tricksters. But, you know, can't live with them. Can't drown them. You probably could, but you wouldn't want to because you don't want to go to jail. But they're worth it. Without them, there wouldn't be us. End of story. And one of the tricks that I have learned throughout my life is, you know, you need to get, like, your girlfriend, right? Or your wife, or whatever. You want to always get them a snack at the gas station. If you think to yourself, you know, maybe she doesn't want a snack, maybe she doesn't need a snack, I'm telling you that you're fucking wrong. You know, just get the woman a fucking snack, okay? You could be like, oh, I'm going to go pay for the gas. Do you want anything? She's going to say no. 9 times out of 10, she's going to say no. And if you have friends in the car, then the answer is automatically no. She doesn't want a snack from the gas station. Absolutely fucking not. So my advice to you, gentlemen, is always get them something, no matter what. And you come back from the gas station, you got a bag, be like, I told you I didn't want anything. Be like, oh no, don't worry about it. That's for me. And I guarantee you, within 5 fucking minutes, she's fucking neck deep in that bag. Like, let's see what you got. Oh, I love these. And then you go and you grab the bag and be like, I thought you didn't want anything. And then she's going to look at you. And just like your mother when you were a kid, she will look at you in the same fucking face. Because apparently the guys marry their mothers in some sort of weird twist of fate in the galaxy, in the universe, but that's weird, and I guess it's just destiny or fate. You gotta grab the bag, and you could be like, I thought you didn't want anything. She's gonna look at you the exact same way your mother did, and say the exact same fucking thing when you were a kid. What the fuck is wrong with you? And all of a sudden you're the bad guy. On a serious note, ladies, let me bring something up that I see all the fucking time, and I see it all over Facebook and social media, be like, he's a cheating ass. I can't believe he's cheating on me. That motherfucker. If you love someone, you would never cheat on them. Blase, blase, blase. And they're just fucking pointing blame and blah, blah, blah. And they don't self-reflect at all. And how about you stop checking if he's cheating and start checking if he's fucking happy? Okay? Because there's a lot of relationships. This double standard shit's not going to fucking apply anymore. Guys always aren't going to be in the wrong anymore. There's going to be relationships where the girl is completely fucking at fault and the guy, sends out signs or does this, and he's trying to make the best of it, and it just doesn't fucking work. And all of a sudden, he just fucking finds happiness somewhere else. And then all of a sudden, she finds out, and he's the bad guy because of shit that she's done. I don't know. But, it's a 50-50 when it comes to relationships. So instead of, stop checking to see his phone and going through his social media and checking shit like this because you don't fucking trust him. Has he even given you a reason not to trust the guy in the first fucking place? So stop checking if he's fucking cheating and start checking if he's fucking happy. That's key, because once you start doing that, you don't have to worry about him cheating ever on you. Ever. And ladies, women, girls, whatever, please stop being so fucking self-conscious. It's not about what you fucking look like. You may not always be the prettiest girl in the room, but you could be the kindest girl in the room. You could be the most confident girl in the room. You could be the most charismatic girl in the room, and that's okay. Because having a pretty heart is far better than having a pretty face. Beauty fades. Some of you need that kind of advice, and I'm okay to give it, but some of you also need this kind of advice. A stork might bring you a baby, but a swallow never will. Maybe that's what, the birds from The Birds and the Bees applies to. Let me give you a talk about the birds and the bees. The birds being the storks and the swallows. The bees being the bies. Maybe it was just a mispronunciation back in the day, once upon a when, Because all women are bi, okay? It's your job as a man or in the relationship, even if it's a gay relationship, all women are bi. It's your job to guess if it's sexual or polar. And trust me, after about 5 minutes, you're going to know the fucking difference. But seriously, ladies, going back to the whole physicality side of things, being pretty will not keep a man, sex will not keep a man, even a fucking baby. Brought to you by a stork will not keep a fucking man. Even being a good woman barely keeps a fucking man. The only thing that will keep a man is a man that wants to be kept. And that's on you to make him want that. And going off on a little bit of a side tangent, men, gentlemen, when a woman tells you about her problems, that doesn't mean she's fucking complaining, okay? That just means she trusts you enough to tell you her fucking problems. Be like, here you go. Here's my weakness. I'm going to fucking tell you them right now. When a girl comes up to you and says, can we talk? You're automatically fucking rolling your eyes. You're like, oh, fuck, this bitch. This fucking bitch won't shut the fuck up. No, okay? Just fucking sit there and listen, because she is fucking taking her walls down. She's showing you fucking weakness, and she's fucking venting and just trying to get herself back to center by talking to you. You might be her person, so just fucking listen to that, because that's important. Women are awesome, so don't take that for granted. All right, now let me talk about politics here, because I haven't talked about politics for a while, okay? So let me bring up Trump, the orange man, the man in the orange with the fake hair, the fucking greatest comb-over of all time, okay? Now try to understand the weight of this image that I am looking at, okay? This patriot lost both arms, okay? The feeling of a handshake is like completely fucking lost to the guy. President Trump realized this, so he touched his face so he could feel the human connection. This is what I see when I think of Trump's motives, okay? He gave up a billionaire lifestyle to now be insulted, dragged through the mud, through fucking social media and actual fucking mainstream media. He's lied about constantly on a daily basis. All to the country that he says he loves, which I believe he does. So you have to understand that he's not a fucking animal. I don't fucking think he's an animal. You guys might think he's an animal, but I don't think so. He understands the difference. And hopefully you guys read into it before you just like listen to fucking whatever bad shit you hear about him. He's fucking human, okay? Everybody makes fucking mistakes. And whatever mistake you think he may or may not have made, again, fucking human. But as much as you want to confirm or deny or love or hate the fucking man, you got to look at the economy. It's better. You have to look at unemployment. It's better. You have to look at the whole Make America Great Again thing and putting America first, which is great, which is putting tariffs on other people. And then they're like, oh, no, China's going to put tariffs on us and the Dow's going to go down. Yeah, it's going to go down. But our employment's going to go fucking up. We get taxed our asses off from fucking China, okay? People outsource their jobs all the fucking time. It's pretty much like we don't want to outsource our jobs anymore. We want those jobs to be here, and therefore the economy goes up. So it's baby steps. So just fucking bear with me, bear with him for a little bit and see what the fuck happens in about 6 months. We'll see. Because the end all be all of everything is there are people in this country that do not want it to be a fucking country. And this is how you manipulate an entire fucking country. You hijack the media. Check. You hijack the news. Check. You hijack the press. Checkmark. You hijack the biggest online search engine, Google. You hijack the biggest online social platforms, Facebook, right? You hijack like the school system and, like standardized learning and then blah, blah, blah. And then what happens? I'll tell you. You manipulate the fucking facts. You push certain fucking narratives. You create fucking lies. You make people believe what you want them to believe, period. That is it. If the fucking news and multiple media outlets and fucking school and the press and the media and Google and Facebook are all saying the same thing, therefore they must be fucking true, right? So this is exactly what I feel the left has done. The Democratic side of the aisle has completely done. These people do not appreciate our freedom, okay? And their end goal is to be able to control you. So you the people. And I'm not going to let that fucking happen because we the people, and I'm not going to let that happen. So we got to know our enemy. I feel like that's an enemy. Whether you're a Democrat or not, that's my opinion. And you have to, you have to see that, the media is being manipulated in one way or another. For instance, and this is true, starting in 1933, the data collected by the Weimar gun control law were used by the Nazis to disarm the Jews. Their eligibility was denied, their permits were revoked, their homes were searched, and their weapons were seized. Jews only. We gotta be careful with the fucking gun law thing, okay? We don't want to lose the Second Amendment, okay? That's our right. That was written, I know, it was written over 200 years ago, and there was a time of muskets, and it took fucking 1 minute and 30 seconds to rearm your musket. Now there's like semi-automatics, and there's so many fucking bullets. I don't want to hear what you have to say about that, okay? More people die from fucking texting, okay, on their cell phones while driving than they do from fucking bullets a year. That's the whole fucking country, okay? Are we going to disarm fucking social media and text messaging and fucking cell phones? No, we're not, okay? It's not going to change a fucking thing, okay? More people die from hundreds of other reasons than fucking random fucking people going on fucking shooting sprees because they're fucking stupid and psychologically fucked. Well, and that's where background checks need to come in. So I'm going off on a side tangent. Let's talk about environmentalists. This whole climate change, global warming thing. There was a burp, right? When I say a burp, it was a volcanic burp, and it was by Mount Etna. And Google where the fuck Mount Etna is. I'm not entirely sure where that is. But it didn't erupt, but it did sort of like shoot, or like what the scientists like to call it. It burped. And that one little burp by Mount Etna has already put more than 10,000 times the CO2 into the atmosphere than mankind has done in our entire fucking existence. But don't worry, I'm pretty sure, and I can almost guarantee that there is a scheme in the works to make you taxed for your minuscule fucking footprint, your carbon footprint. Oh, you guys are doing this and you're not recycling, so we're going to tax you on this, and this is paper, and this is straws, and we're going to outlaw straws, and no more plastic bags, and blah, 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 because this is what mankind's doing to the earth, and we're going to destroy the earth, and blase, blase, blase. Meanwhile, a fucking volcano has a fucking hiccup and throws 10,000 times the CO2 that we have ever put into the fucking atmosphere into the earth. And I've actually heard some random shit that the excess of CO2 is actually helping with vegetation, but I have to research that a little bit more before I go into fucking tangents, okay? So we shall see. I will get back to you on that. And now it is time for a delinquent favorite. The dirty dad joke of the week. Just playing with the echo, people. Just trying to try something new. All right, calm down. I know it's a little bit different. You're like, ooh, Sarge getting fancy. I have to get fancy because I love you. All right, so the dad joke of the week. Why does a seagull fly over the sea? Why does a seagull fly over the sea? Because if he flew over the bay, it would be a bagel. Probably good with cream cheese. Huh? God. Now the dirty joke. Here we go. What's the best thing about fingering a gypsy on her period? What's the best thing about fingering a gypsy on her period? You get your palm read for free. Oh, that's it, people. That's all I got. That's all I got this week. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by the gray area. We the people, I am Sarge, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.